Hi there, welcome to the vlog. Bit of a change of pace this time. No birthdays, no wedding anniversaries, no parties. I'm just going to try and pass on some information about some fundamentals to do with music licensing. Subject of the day is the difference between publishing and the master. I found this quite baffling when I first started in this business 20 years ago. It's second nature now, but hopefully it'll be helpful for you if I explain it in a bit more detail. So there are two separate copyrights in every song. There's the publishing copyright and the master copyright. The publishing copyright is owned by the people who wrote the song, and the master copyright is owned by the people who performed the song. When I talk about this, I like to talk about the Rolling Stones. Think about something like I Can't Get No Satisfaction. I think that was the first song written by Mick Jagger and Keith Richards. So they're the guys that wrote the song. They own half each of the publishing copyright. Now the Rolling Stones performed the song, so the whole band owns the master copyright, including Charlie Watts, the drummer. Charlie probably has a 20% share, I guess. Now I understand it's called the master copyright because back in the day they used to create master tapes which they'd store in the vault, sacred master copy of the precious song. So there is only one version of the publishing. Mick and Keith wrote that song. Nobody else ever writes it again. But on the master side, there are so many versions of that song we probably can't identify them all. Now, let's say that we licensed that song for an advertising campaign, and let's say it cost, I don't know, $600,000. Don't quote me. Now, normally half of that goes to the publishing, so Mick and Keith get $150,000 each, and the other half goes to the record label, $300,000 to the band, so that means Charlie would get $60,000. Just jumping right in because my quality assurance advisors have told me that wasn't very clear. I'll try again. There's $300,000 for the master, for the performance of the song by the Rolling Stones. When they made the recording, let's assume there were 5 of them, and I don't really know, I'm guessing. Charlie Watts was one of the 5, so he would get 20%, $60,000. But I should also say that that assumes that nobody else takes their cut. And you can bet your bottom dollar that the record label would take a percentage, and the manager would take a percentage, and various hangers-on might take a percentage, and Charlie Watts would get a lot less than 60 grand. But the principle is there. If you record the song, you get a share of the recording, the master rights. And if that isn't clear, let me know and I'll do it all again. But what if we license a different master, a cover version? In that case, Mick and Keith still get their $150,000 each. Some other band gets whatever they get for the cover version, and Charlie Watts gets nothing because he didn't write the song. Now, from our point of view, what that means is that we always have to contact publishing companies to get the publishing rights cleared, but we also have to contact a record label to get the master rights cleared, unless we do a re-record. But that's a whole other story that I'll talk about probably in the next episode. Before I get to re-records, I think I might come back in the next episode and talk about publishing and master from a different perspective. It's such an important concept. If you need any help with any licensing questions about anything like this, or you want us to find a song, please get in touch. See you later.